I'm showing you guys how I achieved this beautiful look.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, baby. Oh, it's called growing pains. On this journey to entrepreneurship, there's things that people really don't like to talk about.
On this stop to the journey to Jah-Isha.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jah-Isha. I am an entrepreneur, I am a mother, and I am a social media. I don't even want to say personality. What? I'm a social media girly, and most importantly, I'm a Jesus girly. On this journey to entrepreneurship, there's things that people really don't like to talk about, and it's called growing pains. Growing pains is when you're trying new things or things out of the norm with your business, and sometimes it goes right and sometimes it goes left, but a growing pain can always be looked at as an L, a lesson. So while I'm showing you guys how I achieved this beautiful look, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the L that I recently took as an entrepreneur in my business and what I can take away from that and you guys can learn from as well. Today's subscriber shout out goes out to Tazzy2012. She says, "You gained a new subscriber here for being such a class act and showing integrity. You're gorgeous and seem cool. Keep it up. God's got you. Take good care." If you want to be featured in a subscriber shout out, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Recently, I planned on having a big event with my business, something that's really popular amongst photographers, whether they're doing it big or they're doing it small, they're a veteran in the game, they're a rookie, or they're just testing the waters. This is a very popular event that a lot of photographers do, and you guys know a little bit of what happened with that situation. Today, I decided to call it quits on that situation. It did not perform well. I can blame it on a series of different things, but I did have some time to reflect, and this is what was revealed to me. Being a full-time entrepreneur for a couple years now, I've learned that in business, it's always good to be ahead of the curve. So if you're planning something for the holidays, you might want to start in the summer. If you're planning something for Mother's Day, you want to start in the winter, and so on and so forth. Summertime came and I'm like, all right, it's time to start planning for the winter and things that I want to do with my business. So I'm like, now I've had a sold out event like this in the past, and I've had one person book before, and it's always a very stressful struggle. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pray on it and see if the Lord leads me to going forward with this event. So I'm praying on it and I'm praying on it, and I'm not having any peace or clarity. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just need to pray a bit longer. Now I'm like, all right, Lord, whatever you say, I'm going to do. On one hand, but on the other hand, I'm also like, faith without works is dead, right? And then I move forward. So now things are starting to come along slowly. They're working out. They're coming together. Things are looking good. And then they made a major left turn. What I would do differently next time, if I don't get a clear confirmation from the Lord, I will fast on it. And sometimes God's silence is not a yes. So while you're waiting on him and you feel like he's not answering in a timely fashion, that could be because the answer is no. And in conclusion, I learned that all money is not good money. Taking a pay cut to barter with people who may very well have not been my ideal clientele just to make some connections and earn some money in a shorter period of time, it was not worth my time. And that's because it took so much time and energy away from me pursuing my actual clients, whether they were my former clients or my target clients. I could have been targeting them in creative ways. Plus, it tore up my algorithm because family photography is not specific to my brand. It's not my normal style of photography. I specialize in newborn and maternity. So when I'm putting out family photographer and things of that nature, it's moving me out of the maternity and newborn algorithm into a whole nother side of TikTok, as they would say. That's not exactly where I desire to be at. Another reason that I justified moving forward with this whole project is because it made business sense. Temporary way. It didn't really make business sense for me in a long-term way, but because I was moving in my own lane, in my own fashion, and pretty much guiding myself, I couldn't really see that until now when I'm reflecting on the whole situation. Also, in my reflection, I realized that I was idolizing my business and my ability to hustle. But when you put God in his path and guidance first, you don't have to hustle. It would just come to you, and it will come to you in a nourishing way that produces longevity and good fruit for the business. But I'm not gonna lie, in it, I did learn a lot, in which I'm very grateful for. I learned how to work the new email marketing tools that my CRM has to offer. And my CRM is a client relationship management system. I also studied and familiarized myself with meta ads. So now I feel more strong and confident in running ads on Facebook and Instagram because, Meta owns both of them and all the ads kind of run into each platform. I also found some new products that I want to offer my clients. Thousands of eyes on my amazing works and tons of interest to prospect. I made some much needed investments in my business. I flushed out a lot of people in my lives and created new categories for several others. In addition to having a newly motivated mindset. Carnally, on the outside, I feel a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm grieving the plans that I had for the capital that would have came with the success of this project that I was working on. Spiritually, I feel relieved. Like the pressure to succeed in a short period of time for something that's like go, 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 now, 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 now. I don't have that stress on my back anymore. Now I can graciously flow and do what I want, use wisdom, move with discernment, use creativity to get what I want and get the most out of what God has for me. And now I can get back to business as its regularly scheduled program, but with more knowledge and more insight for better precision on my executions moving forward. I decided to write down and study and meditate on Jeremiah 11 through 12. For I know the plans I have for you. Isn't he an on-time God? For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. Is that not on time, guys? Like, I'm just so grateful. Like, this is a living word for sure. So, just meditate on that word. I just realized, of course, in all of the reflection that I was doing, I realized that what I lost has already been financially redeemed. It has already been restored. And instead of me being back or ahead, I'm kind of right back where I started. And it's just a prime example of how if you're not careful, you will allow distractions to delay your progression. In my mind, I would have been using this restoration on top of the capital from the success of this event to get ahead. But because it wasn't time and it wasn't meant to be, instead of being ahead, I'm not behind, but I'm like really right back where I started. So it's like, it's one of those things. Like distractions has been my theme for the week. Like eliminate distractions. Don't focus on distractions. Don't get tricked up with distractions. Lock in, focus. And I just feel like sometimes distractions come and we don't acknowledge them for what they are until it's all said and done and it's blown over. And honestly, I don't feel no way because I'm not the only person who didn't have a successful turnout with this project that I was working on. I am in tons of photography groups and a lot of photographers of my caliber, above my caliber, and below my caliber has been sharing the same testimony. Like it has not been a good season for them. A lot of that may have to do, and I can probably say I'm speculating a little bit here, but a lot of that has to do with one, the economy, and two, the presidential elections. Like a lot of people are uncertain about things, so they're trying to like cut back and just move more carefully. So had I listened to the no that the Lord was giving me, I would have known like, okay, maybe this is not a good time. And then this whole situation would have kind of unfolded and revealed itself, and I would have been safe. But you live and you learn. You can't get mad. And then the scripture of the day from my devotion was Colossians 3:12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. So that's pretty much the makeup and the message for today. Clothe yourself in patience, humility, kindness, gentleness, and compassion. And I know y'all probably like, why is she sitting here with a full beat face and a hat on? And that's because my next video, I'll be doing some modifications to all of my wigs. I ended up washing them all, and I actually installed this one but took it down because my baby was sick and I was stressed out and it was just a lot. So in my next video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and stay tuned for my next video to see how I modify my wigs and style them for the week. Until next time, bye.